Hey there, Chelsea here, MonarchAlley. I am a vintage lover, thrifter, and part-time reseller, and today I have my weekend what sold video for you. It was a rough week. It was a rough weekend as well as far as sales go, which is why I only have a few items to report to you today. But at the end of this video, I am going to share some tips and strategies on how to improve sales, and hopefully it'll work for both of us. So I'm going to share some of the things that I'm going to be working on this week to kind of get things back in line. So I sold 3 items this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm not including my Friday sales today, which would have made this a much better video. But I wanted to get those items shipped on Saturday so the buyers could just get their items as quickly as possible. One thing of note was the Lululemon tank that's in one of my most recent haul videos. So I was excited for that to go out this week. It probably sold in about a week or two of being listed, and that's always a fun experience. So the items that I do have to show you, I'll get started. We have this awesome sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, I did not realize that I'm trying to basically wear this sweatshirt today. I'm mimicking this style. We all must be feeling like we need to get a little cozy. This is a Beverly Hills 90210 sweatshirt. It's just, I really like just like the simple style of it. This sold for $18 on Mercari using one of the methods that I'm going to share at the end of this video. I was just trying to get things going. So I sent some offers basically, but I'll talk more about that later. Another Mercari purchase was this Christmas sweater. What? Seriously? Christmas sweater selling in, what is this, April? I love this. Also, I'm noticing a theme here. We have 2 pink items, so people are feeling springy, I guess. But this also sold on Mercari. This sold for $25. It's just such a great vintage sweater. I think it's really unique in the look of it and the fact that it's pink pastel colors. So this sold for $25, so my earnings were $21. I did forget to mention that on both of these sweatshirts or sweaters, I did not offer free shipping. So the buyer paid shipping on top of what they paid for the item. So that's always nice for the shipping to not eat into my profits at all. And then the last item that I have is another Pokemon card. So this is a card, it's called Shuckle or something. So if you saw my last What Sold video, or no, I'm sorry, it might be a couple What Sold videos ago now, where I listed a few and sold them like the same weekend. This one kind of has the same story. I'm slowly trying to get through a stack about this deep of Pokemon cards that I got at the thrift. I'm definitely well into the profit on that purchase. But this guy sold for $12 with free shipping on eBay. So I'm really happy with that. For individual cards to do that well is kind of rare, I thought. But I'm definitely enjoying this process, as weird as it is to look up these cards. Now, I love Pokemon. I was super into the game when it first came out on Game Boy Color. I still have my original Game Boy Color and my original Pokemon game. I think it's the blue version. Which one did you have if you're a Pokemon nerd? And anyway, I did collect the cards, but these are just some newer cards and newer Pokemon that I don't know. So when I list these, I'll just throw out some tips as to how I'm listing these. I take a picture of like the main card. I get down, you're not gonna be able to, it won't focus on this probably, but I get down at the bottom because, oh, hello, there are some stats here, like the year, for example, this is 2010. And then usually in the bottom corner, you're going to have like a circle or a star that indicates if it's common or rare. And also the card number is usually in the bottom corner. So I list Pokemon trading card, the Pokemon's name, if it's rare or not, if it's reverse holographic or holographic. That's stuff that's easy to Google, y'all. So if you're like, I don't know what Chelsea's talking about, but you come across the Pokemon cards, it's very easy to find that info. And then I'll also put, like I usually list the condition as lightly played because I haven't found anything that I know that is mint. If you get your cards graded, you might be able to say that they are mint or not, but that requires sending them in and paying money for someone to professionally look at them and assess the quality and value. So anyway, this one sold for $12. My mission this weekend was to get through the photographed Pokemon cards that I have, which is about 5 more cards, not a big deal, but I didn't get through it. So maybe my sales would have been better if I got through my stack, but I have a few more cards listed, and I have been running an experiment of listing like a small lot of cards versus individual. So far, I'm having much better luck with individual. So I don't know. I'm not the expert, but I have made about $50, I think, maybe before like sales fees on like the 5 cards that I've sold. So that's kind of cool. So there you have it. Shuckle. So fun. Okay, so goodness, y'all, that's all I sold this weekend. So that's $55 in sales with $47 after fees. It is what it is. That's going to happen sometimes. I do think one thing affecting my sales potentially was that I ran a Poshmark experiment this week where I wasn't sharing my closet for a certain number of days. I do have a video coming out about that experience later this week, and I just wonder if not having some of the traffic that I normally have, I don't want to give any spoilers, but not having some of the traffic that I normally have, I just wonder if that affected my ability to send offers to likers and stuff like that this weekend, or get some of those Friday weekend purchases. I don't know. So some of the things that I did to like encourage sales this weekend was I really put some work into Mercari and eBay. So typically what I do is I'll list items on Poshmark, I share items on Poshmark, I reduce prices for closet clear out, I send offers to likers. It's very easy to feel a little bit more in control of your business with Poshmark, in my opinion, because there's just a lot of things you can do. Well, with the other platforms, you kind of list it and forget it. And that's exactly what I've done on Mercari and on eBay, and Facebook Marketplace as well. But Mercari in particular, I was scrolling through my listings and I noticed a lot of items that I had originally priced higher. And then on Poshmark, I had been slowly reducing them, kind of trying to get them to a better level. But on Mercari, I didn't do that. So it's still kind of a higher price. So I started sending out offers to the people that had liked or watched those items on Mercari. And I tried to send aggressive offers, not just like 10% off or a couple dollars off. I tried to send kind of more aggressive offers to be like, hey, look at me, buy this thing right now. And it definitely worked on the 2 sweaters that I sold this weekend. Those are both the result of sending an offer to the watchers of that item. So I'm happy that that worked out. I probably sent about 10 to 20 offers on Mercari, and 2 of them worked out. So I feel like that's a good result. And then on eBay, I have been going through my listings and updating recommended item specifics. Whew, it's a beast putting all the information that eBay wants you to put in a listing. I always get the required, of course, but then getting those extra details, the recommended specifics, sometimes I ain't got time for that. So this weekend, I tried to start making time for that. I'm recording this on Sunday night. Y'all, I waited till like the last minute to record this, obsessively checking my phone, hoping that a sale came in so that this video wouldn't only be 3 items. But here we are, it was only 3 items. So then later this afternoon, I was just kind of poking around my eBay store. Once again, reducing the prices of items that I realized I had priced too high and they just weren't moving or getting attention. So I'm hoping to see the results of those efforts throughout the week. And also I'm going to continue doing that because I think eBay, I mean, it just has the largest audience of the 3 that I listed, Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And so I think I got to put a little more work into making sure my listings are up to standard. They have the recommended item specifics and that the pricing makes sense for the item that I'm listing. So those are some things I've been doing. Another thing that I'm going to continue to work on this week is to list and relist items. And that's another thing that I would recommend for you to do to try to get more traffic on whatever platform you sell on, is just keep listing and also relist old items. That is a strategy that definitely worked well for me last week when I sold the outdoor voices, like cropped tank top, sports bra. I don't exactly know what it was, but it sold really quickly after relisting it and just getting new eyes on it, and also being able to send new offers. So anyway, I think that's a good strategy, and I'm going to work on that a lot this week. Just continue to list. I typically list like 2 or 3 items a day, and as a part-time reseller, I think that's perfectly fine. But then this week, I'm going to really strive for like 5 items a day, and that means 25 items during the work week. And then if I get some on the weekend too, that's like a lot of listings. Lord knows I have the death pile to make it happen. Speaking of death piles, I have 2 upcoming thrift hauls for you as well. So I've been working really hard to get a lot of videos ready for you. So I have the Poshmark experiment this week, and then I'll have 2 thrift hauls coming up soon. So I'm really excited, but those are the tips that I have for you. I have lower your prices, check your listings to make sure they are accurate, have great keywords, have the recommended item specifics, send offers any way that you can, and just list and relist. You can do it. It's going to be great. I hope that these tips make the next week awesome for all of us and that people kind of poke around in our stores a little bit more than they did. Let me know in the comments if it was a slower week for you or not. Maybe that will help me kind of determine if my experiment really blew my sales. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.